Why? Hey guys, this is t-dyno, and today we're going to talk about something that really upsets me. Of course, as you can see from the title, we are going to be talking about Boku Dake ga Inai Machi, which literally translates to erased, so the English title is erased. And we're going to be talking about a certain event that happened in the anime. So here is your warning beforehand. Spoilers is going to be ahead. I mean, I've been spoiled about what happens because I wasn't really caught up on Erased, but oh my god, someone spoiled it for me, and now I don't have the heart to fucking move on. So yeah, I am heartbroken from this particular event. Now, the event I'm talking about in mind, some of you may already know. It might be a small detail to some people, but for people like me, a hopeless romantic, it is a huge spoiler and a huge detail that just really upsets me. Now, if you guys have been watching this anime, it follows a dude who goes back into time to try to fix an event that prevents a death of a certain classmate. Well, more than a certain classmate, a few of his classmates and some other people around him. Not only are the classmates are getting killed, his mother got killed in the future. So the reason why he got sent back in the first place because he came home and he saw his mom dead, and then it triggered an event that allowed him to go back into the past, like 18 years into the past when he was a little boy. As a little boy, he begins to plan his steps in order to save the victims that were part of a serial killing. One in particular is named Hinazaki Kayo, or Hinazaki Kayo. She is, I guess, maybe a second main character, a third main character in the series. But she is one of the earlier victims of the serial killings. You know, he gets thrown into his childhoods in order to try to fix the event, in order to try to figure out who killed these guys and to prevent their deaths. Now, at first, Hinozaki seems cold. She doesn't care about anything. She puts on a fake persona, or well, not really a fake persona. I guess she just tries to live day by day. Like, she doesn't really care about what people think because, well, people bully her all the time, and she comes from a really bad house. In her home, her mom actually abuses her, and the boyfriend or whoever the hell the guy is just don't care. He just sits there and laughs while she gets beaten. So it is this anime kind of takes things a little bit, or it takes that a different direction. It shows a little bit more realism. Like, there are kids out there getting abused. There are shining some lights on child abuse, and of course, the whole plot or the whole main point of this anime is the serial killings. So it does really touch base on some really awful topics that are in the world right now. Now, enough about that. We're gonna talk about why I am really upset with transpired during the anime. Like, I left off at episode 8 of Erased, and I was like, all right, I'm just gonna let the anime run its airtime, and then I'm gonna finish it, binge watch the rest of the episodes. But some fucking idiot on Facebook decided to post a very important picture that pretty much just spoils everything for me. And God, when I saw the picture, my heart literally just got hit. Like, I saw the picture, I was like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck? I felt like a truck hit me. Like, it upset me that much. I was like, holy shit, dude, this, what's it supposed to end this way? Fuck. It wasn't supposed to end this way. I mean, fuck, dude. I I don't know what to say. It upsets me really bad. I mean, an anime is really good. The I guess the animation is the selling point of the anime. The story is all right. It's not like people have gone back in time before. Steins Gate is an example of an anime that goes back in time. But it's just one of the main selling points of Erased is that Hinazuki kind of developed a little relationship with the main character. His name is not ringing to the top of my head. Oh, Satoru, that's his name. It it was one of the most, or one of the selling points of the anime for me, and I was rooting for them. I was rooting for them really hard. The anime teased them really, really hard. You're like, oh man, this young love, it might blossom to something in the future if Satoru saves her and he's alive, and they might start something. I mean, that's what I'm thinking in my head. But the anime is designed to follow the manga route, which is fine. I applaud them. Anime should follow the manga route. I mean, the manga route is the original source material. However, just because it followed the manga route doesn't mean I have to be happy with it. I mean, I'm not the only person who is salty as fuck over this. And I mean, this particular image right here just shattered my dreams. Like I can hear my heart crumble when I saw this picture. I almost shed some tears. I'm not fucking lying. It's that bad. Well, in my opinion, it's that bad. I'm just overreacting, but it's something that a hopeless romantic like me can feel, or how we can feel towards certain topics like this. I mean, it's not just a shipping thing. It's not like, oh, your ship is not sailing. It got sunk. It got fucking shot down. It sunk down like the Titanic. It's nothing. Well, it's nothing like that. I mean, it's not because I don't ship them because they just look good together. I mean, it was some hard fucking teases in the anime. Like, oh yeah, they might end up together. Oh, there's so much chemistry. Blah blah blah. But it didn't happen that way. So I'm gonna talk about what I saw. So in this particular picture, I'm sorry, I'm missing my words. You see Hinazuki actually greeting Satoru as an adult. So what's transpired is that, well, I don't know what happened. This is what I've read from discussion boards and the wiki for Erased. So what's happened is that Satoru actually saves Hinazuki and the other classmates from the serial killer, I guess. But in the process, he gets stabbed or something, or he gets injured, and it leaves him in the coma. So he's in the coma, and he wakes up about 15 years later. Now, during these 15 years later, best mom out there, she actually stays by her son's side for 4 hours every day, taking care of him. Now, of course, that's one of the pros of the mom, or of the anime, like, showing how much the mom loved her son. Like a single mom caring for her son who is bedridden and who was in a coma. That scene is very, very touching. It's very, very loving. It shows how much love a mother would have for their son, or for their children in general. Now, I didn't see it, of course. I didn't watch episode 11, but it's very, very heartbreaking to watch. I'm pretty sure if I was watching, I probably would have cried. It's very heartbreaking. Now, to talk about the main topic at issue today, we're gonna talk about the picture I saw. I'm not gonna post on this video because I'm afraid of copyright and all that stuff. So in this particular picture, Hinazuki, she shows up at the hospital. I think she's visiting Satoru, and I guess Satoru is already awakened, or he's already awoken. And I guess he's trying to figure out what is going on. So Hinazuki, I guess, is visiting him, and it pains me so much, but she has a baby. She shows him the baby. Now, I did see that, he is overjoyed that she has a baby because, 15 years, it's a long fucking time. During these 15 years, oh my fucking god, apparently Hinazuki, she ends up getting close with one of the members of the group. So that member in particular is Hitomi. the other kid who was also one of the victims of the serial killers. So because Satoru saved both of them, they both ended up together. And they both ended up together because of, the theory is because they were both victims of the serial killings, so they both know what it's like to be alone. All that mumbo jumbo. But they ended up getting together during those 15 years. They got married, and they pretty much had a kid. Which fucking irks me so much. Ugh. When I saw the picture and I like read what happened, I literally was heartbroken. I was rooting so hard for Satoru and Hinazuki because he put so much on the line just to save her and the other classmates. I mean, thinking about it in a realistic way, of course, it is bound to happen, or it is, acceptable that this happened because 15 years is a long time. If Satoru is in a coma and Hinazuki was only 11 years old at the time, she's not going to wait for him to wake up. Of course, she still has to live her life. I mean, she's probably thankful that he saved her life, but she's not obligated to wait for him to wake up. I mean, I understand that it's a pretty realistic event. I mean, if I was in a coma, I don't think a girl who loved me at age 10 years old would wait that long for me because she wouldn't know when I wake up. I literally felt pain in my heart. Like, it's worse. It's worse than getting rejected, from a college or getting rejected from a girl. It's just, I mean, that's how bad I felt, being a hopeless romantic. That is how I felt. It was like a fucking truck just hit me, and I'm like, holy shit. Daredevil season 2 came out last night too, and I found out right when Daredevil season 2 was released. I was like, fuck! How the fuck am I gonna watch Daredevil knowing that this shit happened? But yeah, so the pros is that, she did get happiness in the end, even though Satoru has sacrificed so much. 15 years of his life. That's a long fucking time. He sacrificed 15 years. So Satoru got fucking cucked. Like, he got he got the bad, the bad end of the stick. He got fucking cucked. So, Hinazuki ends up with Hiromi. I mean, which kind of makes sense, but at the same time doesn't fucking make sense because you barely see them having chemistry during the series run. I mean, of course, they're in the same group of friends, so one would theorize that they would get close because, they're in the same group of friends. I mean, people are still a little bit upset about what happened because, even though she didn't end up with Sato, people would at least think she would end up with Kenya because, Kenya seemed like he was interested in Hinazuki. So it doesn't make sense that, she kind of ended up with Hinomi. I mean, that's one of the arguments for this particular couple. But in a realistic setting, they were both alone. They were both victims of a serial killer, so it kind of makes sense. But it just Hitomi, man. He's a fucking cuck. He's a fucking cuck. That's all I have to say. He's a fucking cuck. I mean, now is it his fault? No, I mean, of course not. It's not his fault that he fell in love with Hinazuki. Love takes its course and everything. And I mean, it's not gonna come to mind that this girl was actually an object of affection from one of your buddies. I mean, that dude's in the coma. Everything's fair game. So I mean, that's how some people would view it. Hinazuki, I mean, she's not obligated. Like I said, she's not obligated to wait for Satoru to wake up to begin something with him. And besides, Hinazuki and Satoru had maybe like a few months or something of chemistry with each other, but Hinazuki and Hiromi had 15 years. So I mean, it makes sense. It's just that I fucking hate it. I fucking hate it. And my friend told me beforehand that I was gonna fucking hate it. He knows me. he knows that I'm a hopeless romantic, and he told me, "Yo, dude, you're gonna ship bricks when you catch up to the race." And I'm like, "No way, nothing's gonna fucking happen." He's like, "Yeah, dude, your main dude. He gets fucking cucked." Now, when he first told me this, I wasn't expecting him to be fucking right. Like, I wasn't betting on him to be telling the truth. I was like, okay, he's not this gonna happen. I figured that at least he doesn't save Hinazuki or something. She was gonna die. At least that was one of my theories. But what ended up happening is the relationship, and it really did kind of fuck me over. I was like, fuck, like I fuck. So yeah, I not a fan. Not a fan of the whole new pairing, but I understand why it had to happen that way. In the end, I felt like the audience here got NTR'd really, really fucking hard. Because I'm not the only one who fucking feels this way. I mean, I know there are people out there who feel strongly as I do that this is fucking bullshit, From a story writing perspective, it just feels so fucking wrong because you get teased so hard that Satoru and Hinazuki might have something going on, even though I mean I can tell in the beginning that Satoru initially did not have feelings for Hinazuki, but as the series progressed and as stuff happened, they did get really close, and it is kind of hinted that he starts to develop something for her, at least some feelings. And that is not even the worst part. Not that he didn't end up with Hinazuki. What I've read is that because certain events didn't happen, he didn't end up working at the pizza shop. So he doesn't meet the girl either that helped him in the present, which fucking sucks. This dude is getting like fucking cucked so hard. Holy shit! Like MC is getting shafted really really hard. It's one of those animes where it's realistic. And at the end of the day, it is a realistic anime, kind of. Excluding the supernatural abilities and whatnot. I'm very, very, very upset. God, from all the moments they had in the show, so fucking sad. I mean, God, I'm so sad. Dude, Hiromi, fuck you, mate. Fuck you. That's all I have to say. Mr. Steal Your Girl. There's memes going on right now that he's Mr. Steal Your Girl. There's this one particular meme where someone posted on Reddit, and this particular meme was like my face when, and then it was a link, and I clicked on it. it's this picture of a dude looking up a dojin, right? And then he looked at the tags, and it said NTR, and then there's a shot up of his face like slowly going by, and there's like a tear rolling down his face. That's my fucking face right there when I fucking looked at the image. So yeah, I felt really really bad. I feel like I got NTR'd. My main man Sato got fucking cucked. He just got shafted really really hard, really really hard. So now that I have caught up kind of to episode 11, I don't know what to do. I don't know if I want to finish the anime or if I want to, read fan fiction or something. I probably won't, to be honest, but I just felt really, really bad. Like, this shit has hit me worse than, spoilers ahead, than the Game of Thrones death. So, for example, the Red Wedding, when Robb Stark and his wife got fucking destroyed by the Boltons and the Fays. And, of course, Jon Snow's death. For the watch, all that shit. So, I mean, those scenes hit me pretty hard, but this particular scene hits me hard, and nothing bad happens. So that's just saying, that's just saying a lot. That's just saying a lot. It's just me personally as a person. That's how I feel about romance and all that shit. So I am a hopeless romantic, and it fucking hits home for me. Fuck. Alright, guys, that is my fucking rant, my thoughts on the whole Hinazuki thing going on. You know, happy for her, I guess. It makes sense that she's happy. She deserves to be happy after going through all of that shit. But I'm not happy. The audience, most of the audience aren't happy. I'm pretty sure the rating for this anime is going down because people are like, what the fuck? This dude got cut so fucking hard. I mean, it is true. It did go down. It was like number 3 or number 4 in my anime list, top list, but it's gone down to like 8 or 9 now, I think, or 7 and 8. I don't remember. Last night I was looking and it went down to 7. So that's just how things are, unfortunately. So I hope you guys liked the video. Comment on it. Let me know if you agree with me. Of course, there's gonna be people who disagree with me. So if you do, just explain to me. Let me know why you disagree. I mean, I already know why you would disagree, but it'll be fun to see what other people think about this particular subject. And of course, please be civil with others and myself. I won't tolerate someone who's very toxic. So yeah, subscribe to the channel, guys. Thanks for watching. This is t-dyno. Sayonara.